Have you ever looked at your computer clock and felt like you were watching the minutes of your life tick away? Maybe you dream of spending time on hobbies, travel, or family, but you're stuck trading those precious hours for money, grinding until you're 65. What if I told you that entire retirement plan, the 40-year mandatory work sentence, is broken and doesn't work for most people? Today, we are learning a proven path to buy back your time and achieve financial freedom maybe in 10 years or less. Welcome to the channel. This is a summary of financial freedom, a proven path to all the money you will ever need, written by Grant Sabatier. Grant wasn't born rich or a financial genius. He was 24, unemployed, living with his parents, and had just $2.26 in his bank account back in 2010. That painful reality inspired him to set an unrealistic goal: save $1 million and retire as quickly as possible. Incredibly, by questioning popular money advice and maximizing his time, he went from nearly broke to having a net worth of over $1 million in just 5 years. This book is the blueprint for how he did it, proving that financial security should be available to everyone, and showing why traditional advice to save just 5 to 10% of your income is not enough. To get rich quicker, Grant lays out a powerful framework based on maximizing your financial life. In this video, we are going to dive deep into 5 major themes that will change how you think about money forever. 1. We must radically shift our thinking to understand why time is more valuable than money. 2. We'll learn how to calculate your number, the exact amount of savings you need to be free. 3. We'll adopt the enterprise mindset to maximize income streams. 4. We'll see the magical power of increasing your savings rate and compounding. 5. Finally, we'll cover hacking your biggest expenses by using the only budget you'll ever need. Let's jump into the core ideas. Idea 1. Time is more valuable than money. Grant argues that most people treat money as scarce, but in reality, money is inherently infinite. It's a human invention, and governments can print more of it. But your time is inherently limited. The average person only has about 25,000 days in their adult life. The goal of this entire strategy is simple: make money by time. When you have enough money, you have the freedom to decide what you do with your time. Relatable example: when you trade your time for a paycheck, you are earning a real hourly rate. Let's say you are buying a fancy $40,000 new car. If your after-tax real hourly rate is $10.79, you are trading 3,707 hours of your life for that car. That's about a year and a half of 50-hour work weeks. Actionable takeaway: calculate your real hourly rate by including all the time related to work, like getting ready, commuting, and de-stressing from work. Before buying anything, ask yourself, is this worth trading my freedom for? Idea 2. Figures number. You can't reach a destination if you don't know where you are going. So, the first step is to calculate your number, the exact amount of money you need to reach your financial freedom. Financial freedom means different things to different people, like being debt-free or being able to travel for 2 years. For Grant, it meant financial independence, FE, having enough money invested so he never had to work again. Simple explanation and example. To find your FE number, you need to estimate your annual expenses. Then, use the simple 25x rule recommended by the Trinity study. Multiply your annual expenses by 25. If you spend about $50,000 a year, your number is $1,250,000, $50,000 x 25. Once you have that amount invested, you can safely withdraw 4% of it each year, adjusted for inflation, and the money is likely to last forever. The younger you are when you do this, the less you need, because your money has more time to grow. Calculate your number today. If it seems huge, don't worry. Break that large goal down into smaller, attainable daily, weekly, monthly, and annual savings targets. Idea 3. The enterprise mindset and income levers. Grant teaches that building wealth quickly relies on using 3 levers: income, savings, and expenses. Most books focus mainly on cutting expenses, but you can only cut so much before you feel deprived. Grant says boosting your income is more powerful for fast-tracking freedom. The rich get richer because they adopt the enterprise mindset. This means they look for every ethical opportunity to make and save money, focusing on making the most money possible per minute of their time. Simple explanation and example. There are 4 general ways to make money, and you should use all of them: a full-time job, side hustling, entrepreneurship, and investing. Use your full-time job as a launching pad to maximize benefits and get a raise. Then, use your extra time to launch a profitable side hustle to diversify your income. Since the goal is financial independence, look for side hustles that have passive income potential, money you earn without actively trading your time. Investing is the ultimate passive income. Actionable takeaway. Focus intensely on finding a side hustle you enjoy that works for yourself, not just for another company like a rideshare service. If you can invest 100% of that extra side hustle money, your freedom accelerates rapidly. Idea 4. The power of savings rate and compounding. Your savings rate, the percentage of your income you save and invest, is the single most important metric to track. The higher your rate, the faster you will hit your number. This path is turbo boosted by compounding. Compounding happens when the growth, interest, on your original money starts earning its own growth. The magic is that money invested earlier in your life has more time for compounding to work, making you wealthier by the year. Relatable example. If you invest $60,000 instead of buying that expensive new car today, that initial $60,000 could be worth $486,989 in 30 years. If you save $1,095 a year by skipping daily coffee, that annual savings could be worth $120,859 in 30 years. Every dollar makes a difference because it has decades to grow. Actionable takeaway. Commit to consistently increasing your savings rate. Try raising it by at least 1% every 30 to 90 days. This small bump won't feel like a sacrifice, but it adds up massively over time. Idea 5. Hack your expenses, the only budget you need. Grant confesses he hates traditional budgets. They reinforce scarcity and focus too much time on tiny purchases. Instead of tracking every penny, focus intensely on saving money in the areas that have the biggest impact: housing, transportation, and food. Simple explanation and example. Housing. Housing accounts for about 33% of the average American budget. Grant himself saved $25,000 by moving from a $1,500 per month apartment to a smaller $700 per month apartment. The money he saved from that one move is now worth more than $100,000 in investment growth. Actionable takeaway. Explore extreme expense-cutting strategies like house hacking. You can buy multi-unit property and rent out the extra units to tenants. If the rent covers your mortgage, you are essentially living for free, freeing up the biggest chunk of your income to invest. When Grant Sabatier started this quest, he was stressed and suffering from anxiety attacks about money. He was miserable trading his time in a cubicle for little pay. What he found is that the mechanical steps, the math, the saving, the investing are actually pretty simple. The hardest part is the mindset shift. You must be ready to step outside your comfort zone, question the traditional narrative, and take calculated risks. Most people are lucky to ever grow their wealth if they let emotions and risk aversion control their choices. This journey requires absolute consistency. That means focusing intensely and learning to say no to distractions that steal your time or money. Don't defer your dreams until you're old. Remember, the goal is freedom. Time to do what truly brings you joy. Figure out what you truly value and spend money only on that, cutting out the noise of what others expect. Grant warns, don't burn yourself out. It is essential to remember that life is more important than money, and you need to chill as hard as you hustle. Take breaks, rest, and breathe. Let's quickly recap. We learned that time is limited and must be valued above money. We can use the enterprise mindset combined with a skyrocketing savings rate to hit our financial freedom number. The key is simple. Spend less, make more, minimize taxes, and invest as much as you can. By focusing on just a few habits, like spending 5 minutes a day monitoring your money, you gain massive control over your financial destiny. If you truly commit and are willing to make the necessary trade-offs, you can realistically reach financial independence in 10 years or less. You have a unique opportunity to live life on your own terms. If you enjoyed this summary, please hit the like button, subscribe for more financial freedom blueprints, and let me know in the comments. What does financial freedom mean to you?